Hi everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to another ramble. It is 9:24 p.m., August 24th, Sunday, 2025. I just got on the phone with my mom, so now I'm doing this because, like I say literally every day, I wait to get off the phone with her, and then once I know I'm good to do this, I do this. So, today has been a day. I woke up today around 10:30. And then, I stayed in bed until about 1, and then I took a shower. So, I got out of the shower around 1:30, and still hadn't eaten breakfast. So around 3-ish, maybe 2:45, I had a bag of chili cheese Fritos, like the small one. So, there was meal 1 of the day. Very exciting, I know. Also, whoever you are, mysterious viewer on a TV who sat through at least 23 minutes of yesterday's ramble, good on you. We've already established who I believe that to be. If you're someone else, I'm amazed you sat through 23 minutes of that. But if you're who I think you are, I suppose it makes sense. And since no one has come to confirm or deny who that is, I will continue to believe my theory. So then at around 5:15, I made dinner, I guess lunch or breakfast, I don't know. It was the first actual meal of the day. I had, it was a country fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and corn meal from home, leftovers, corn, meal. I feel like cornmeal might be like a thing, like one word or whatever. So I had dinner, and then after that I rewatched the week 1 lecture for quantum computing, and then I did the readings because I didn't realize the readings were posted online, so I did the readings as well. A quiz got posted, and it needs to be done by Saturday by midnight. But so yeah, I got some schoolwork done, and then, I guess not actual work, considering it was watching a lecture and reading some stuff, and I haven't done any work per se yet. I don't know. But I did that. And then slightly after that, I just got comfy. I've been in my pajamas since I got out of the shower, but I put on the rose oil on my face, so my face is all smooth or whatever, and I put on the lip oil I have, coconut, and then I put on my frog mushroom comfy cardigan thingy. So yeah, we've just been in comfy mode. Oh, and then an hour ago, I had a bowl of cereal. So today's meals are country fried chicken at 5 and a bowl of cereal at 8. My bestie would be so proud of my eating habits today. Tell you what, I know she would, and she can't say otherwise, so I can choose to believe it. Yeah, I feel like that's the problem with Sundays. I never have a whole lot to tell you guys because not a whole lot goes on because I don't leave my room. The next Sunday I will probably be leaving my room. So next weekend, because it is Labor Day weekend, I have Monday off. So my mom from the sound of it will be visiting Sunday. So she visits every other week. So I'm sure I'll have something to talk about on Sunday. and then Monday will be the day where it's like, I don't know, I didn't go anywhere, I didn't do anything. Also, last night I started and then finished this morning the YouTube series known as Tip to Tip, where a YouTuber that I am familiar with, but I don't watch him very frequently, Ludwig, and then another YouTuber, Michael Reeves, went on a trip in Japan where they drove from the southernmost point in Kyushu to the highest point in Hokkaido on motorcycles, and they weren't allowed to use, they couldn't have maps, they couldn't use cell phones, they couldn't use a translator of any kind. So basically they had to drive their motorcycles from low point to high point with broken Japanese, no map, no GPS or of any kind. So it was a lot of asking people for directions, asking for help, having people draw maps. Also, my AC just kicked on, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. But it was a really good series, actually. And then just before I started recording this, I finished the first episode of Kid Nation because, even though I kept talking about it and not actually doing it, I did plan on telling you guys about this show, one of my favorite shows of all time, aka Kid Suffering, aka Kid Survivor. So basically, 40 children in the middle of a ghost town in New Mexico, and they're like, make it work. So episode 1, everybody's like, where are the adults? They make some like mushy mac and cheese because nobody knows how to cook. And then like the 4 like town leaders, they like go read this journal from the pioneer times, and they're like, we ran this town into the ground, but listen to what we say and split your team into districts. They split them up into 4 different colored districts: green, blue, red, and yellow. I hate the yellow team, but we'll get into that another time. And they had to compete for their roles in the society totem, by doing some like competition thing. And so green got laborers, which is last place, so they get 10 buffalo nickels. They get like 10 cents. I don't know, but by the way, it's never touched upon how they get paid. Like, I don't know if they get people in laborers, I don't know if they just get 10 cents for the whole week, if they get 10 cents every day until the next showdown. Like, I don't know. So green got laborers. And the challenge, they had to lift these giant water towers and like bring them to certain spots on a map to pump the water out of the ground. And then the red team had to go find spots where it pumped red water, and they had to fill up like 4 or 5 bottles with this water, like these glass bottles. So green got last, yellow got third, which means they're the cooks, which is really stupid because they're all the little children, like the 8 to 10-year-olds, or I guess the 9 to 10-year-olds, since the 8-year-old goes home at the end of the episode, spoiler alert. And so like they already don't want to cook or do their job, and then they like don't want to touch the dishes, and it gets really gross, and they're like unruly and little demons. Hate the yellow team. And then blue got second place, which is the merchants, which means they just go to these different stores and run them. And then red got first, aka upper class, where they get a whole $1 in these like nickels or whatever. They get a whole $1's worth, and then like they don't even have a job. They can just do as they please. So yeah, what a way to run a town. Am I right, guys? Isn't it genius? Yeah, it's a horrible idea in my personal opinion, but you know how it is. Also, so like I'm gonna give like half an apology, kind of, sort of, because like for yesterday's ramble, like, so like I say half an apology because like I'm semi-concerned that how frequently and the way I talk about me and my bestie wanting to be friends, like staying friends and like staying connected and whatever, I'm concerned that it sounds kind of creepy and or unhinged. And in that regard, I'm sorry. I don't mean for it to come across that way. I just really care about my best friend. That said, like I said, apologies if it comes across as creepy or unhinged or whatever. But I say it's half an apology because the other half of me is like, I'm not sorry because she's my best friend and I will talk about her until the end of time. Assuming we still are, which I'm choosing to believe we are. Sorry about that. And to get a yawn out of the system. Also, my bestie would be so proud because not only have I barely had any food today, I've only had like one drink of a beverage today. She would be so unbelievably proud of my habits. Did I tell you guys that yesterday for dinner I DoorDashed food here? I don't remember. I got Raising Cane's, or just Cane's, whatever you want to call it. And I got the box combo, which is like 3 or 4 chicken fingers, and then it's supposed to come with coleslaw, but coleslaw is nasty, so you swap that out with a second piece of bread. So I got 2 pieces of bread, and then the chicken, and the french fries, and their banger sauce. I don't know if I told you the other day, too, as a snack, I made French toast sticks, which were absolutely banger. Yeah. Oh, and also tomorrow I have an appointment with my therapist at 4 p.m. But I believe I already told you guys that. And then I have class from 1:25 to 2:20. Introduction to probability. In the terribly it's not very disabled people friendly. Like, it is such a bad room for my wheelchair. But that's the room they chose to put the class in, so that's what we're rocking with. I told you guys yesterday that I was debating starting up again the Dead by Daylight, like, spin-off side game story thing called The Casting of Frank Stone. So that didn't happen. Instead, I restarted Metal Gear Solid 1. Because the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 is coming out very soon. I don't think it's out yet, but it might be. But it's out very, very soon if it's not out already. Metal Gear Solid Delta. Here, I'm on my PlayStation. Let's look. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. So it's a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. So I'm trying, I'm trying to finish the first one, and then I'll go to the second one naturally. And then I'm probably just going to play the original Metal Gear Solid 3, but we'll see. And then hope that one day they bring Metal Gear Solid 4 to modern consoles instead of just PS3, and then I'll start 5 over, and I'll play those 2 games in order. We'll see. I haven't played anything on my PC yet today, and I haven't played any disc county. I did play DBD last night, though. I played DBD last night and earlier today. I played the current event mode 2v8, because that's going. I want to get the challenges done. So it's 2 killers, 8 survivors, and 8 generators. There are like 3 exit gates. Honestly, it's pretty fun. Although I have to say, my favorite part by far is that when you play Survivor, there's a 5 times blood point bonus. So, like, 1 match gets you at least 100,000 blood points. So, but typically it's more like 130 to 150k. And so after just however many matches, you're already at 1 million. Like, I was at 10 million because they gave 5 million out for free. So I was at 10 million. Got down to like 3.9. I'm already back up to 4.5. The cap is 5 million. At least it's supposed to be. But challenges and quests kind of extend it. But yeah, but 2v8 is pretty fun. It's kind of hectic though, because like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, the first game I played, I literally could not find a gen to do, and every gen I would find would have full people on them, and I couldn't do anything. And like, you have games where like I didn't even see the killer, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It just kind of happened. But yeah, trying to think if there's anything else that has gone on today. Let's see. I hope my bestie is doing okay. Still itching to know if she's crocheted anything cool. Of course, I won't find that out, but I can choose to believe that maybe she's made something. Don't know why, but I checked my mail the other day. Mailbox was empty. One of these days, I'm gonna be like, guys, I checked my mail, and there's some awesome letter from a foreign prince that wants to give me $10 bajillion. One of these days, there'll be something interesting in my mailbox. That's it. At the end of all of these, I can drop my address, and you can all send me mail. All 4 of my epic subscribers. I'm kidding. I'm not actually gonna do that. But yeah, I think that's just about everything. Look, I feel like I'm done, but I feel like as soon as I'm like done, I'll like be like, oh, I should have talked about this too, and then I'm gonna like be mad that I didn't. But I genuinely can't think of anything else, so we're just gonna roll with it and say that I'm probably done. I didn't put any curl cream in yesterday. I haven't put any curl cream in today. My hair is still, from what I can tell, like, I don't know if it's curly because it's naturally curly or curly still from leftover cream or whatever. I think it's still kind of curly there. Not as much as it obviously was with the curl cream in, but I think it still is, which is neat. Still have yet to try out that hairdryer. At this point, I won't get to use it till I go home. And then even then my mom will be like, why did you buy this? You had a perfectly good one at home. But we'll see. I would go over to them and have them say hi closer to the phone, but I don't want to make all that noise. So just know that Sharky says hi to all of you peoples. Currently he is just vibing on my pillow, on my bed. Did I tell you I've been playing through Bayonetta recently? Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I don't know. It's some action game. I have all of the games, but I have yet to finish them all. So I started the first one up again. You play as like this witch who can do who has like a contract with like demons, and I don't even know. She has like witch like hair powers and like I don't even know. It's cool though. It's kind of weird, but it's cool. Jesus, that was a horrible description. But yeah. Oh my god, I'm so quirky and different. Okay, so I'm not saying I'm going to do this everything, but I just had a thought that I could end these off with, like, puns, and then I thought of a pun that I know I have told some people before, so if you're one of those people, I'm sorry, but it's the first one that came to mind, so it's the one we're using. Why was the strawberry crying? Give you all a second to think about it. All right, your time's up. Because her mom was in a jam. I know. Comedic gold. I can practically hear you all cracking up and laughing to the top of your lungs. I'm glad we all could enjoy that pun that I am only laughing at now. Yeah, I think that's everything. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. As always, thank you for listening. If you liked what you're listening to, hit like, leave feedback in the comments below, subscribe and turn on post notifications, stay up to date on things I post. Follow me on Twitter if you're so inclined. I hope you have a good rest of your night, day, or afternoon. Just thank you all. You know your support means the world to me. And I love you all so unbelievably much. I won't deny, though, I'd probably play favorites. If I found out who each of you were, I'd probably play favorites. But I love you all the same. I mean, I love you all regardless. But if I found out who you are, I'd probably play favorites. Anyway. But yeah. Just keep hanging in there. Don't forget to eat. Let's ignore what I did today. But don't forget to eat and drink water, which I hate doing. So I won't be doing it. But you all should. And I will be back tomorrow with another ramble. Until then, bye.